Okay, welcome back everybody, and thanks for watching our video series on debt recovery. Right now, as promised, we are going to show you how to customize your stages and your pipelines within Pipedrive. And before we get started into that, let me just make sure you're familiar with how to move and navigate around. Up at the top, we have the big P there. That's your those are your pipelines. You click on there and that'll take you to your pipelines. Below that you have your leads. So if you have leads coming in from different sources and forms or manual, they'll show up there. You also have your inbox where you can check all your messages and connect your email accounts. Next up, we'll have all of our activities. We click on that, that'll take us to our activity stages and all of our activities that we need to do. Below that, we have our contacts, and below that, we have our insights and our dashboards. And next up, we have our products, if we want to add products there. And lastly, next we have the pop-out, which will allow us to get to our workflows, propose times, import and export data, and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so how do I actually set up this pipeline? It's actually quite easy. I just come over here and I hit create a new pipeline, and that'll allow you to create a new pipeline, and it'll start with a blank page. And if I showed you what that looked like right here, it comes up with new pipeline as the name. You can change that. It comes up with all of these stages. You can change all of these. You can just delete them all, right? If you want to just start fresh, you can delete every single stage here. No big deal. You got to keep one. Okay, so I'm going to name this as defaulted payment, right? So default, right? So I can change that to default. I can change the probability here, right? So the probability in this case represents your confidence in winning the deal by the expected close date. And at this point, I would say the default, maybe it's 20%. You might get the payment. So the routing feature is really good. We can set the routing feature to be 1 day, so that if somebody doesn't contact the person, send that email within the first day, then it'll show up as an inactive deal, and it'll highlight red. And then, if you want to add a new stage, you just click on a new stage here. And again, you change the name, change the probability, the routing in days. That you can have that in there or not. It's up to you. It just depends on the stage. So let's just cancel out of this and let's just jump right back into the, okay, so here's all your stages that we have in here. And like I said, it's actually really easy to create and customize this. All you got to do is come in and start typing in the names. You think about what are all the different stages and activities that need to happen in order for you to collect on the debt before you would move from regular debt recovery to legal debt recovery. And you would just enter those names in. And again, you can set the probability, and this only represents the confidence in winning or the recovery of the debt. And we'll set the probability to 20% because we know, based on our expertise, that usually about 20% of the time we collect on the debt as soon as it's defaulted if we have no activity. Whereas if you send an email reminder, that might turn into 35%, okay, in the first email reminder. And after a call reminder, that might go to 40%. And then after you send the soft demand letter, you might know that maybe it's 50% of the time you send a soft demand letter and you collect on the money. And when you follow up with a call from that soft demand letter, okay, well, maybe that's 65% of the time, okay? And then if we keep going here and the hard demand letter, maybe it's 75%. And then that final call, maybe that turns into 80%, okay? And maybe it's solved at that point, and that's great. And at this point it's not, then maybe 20% of those defaulted customers will then be moved over to legal debt recovery. So that's really what that's used for, is just to show you in each stage what your chances are to collect on the debt. And then the routing in days just tells you the inactivity that's happening within the deal. All right, so I'm gonna hit save now. So I just saved that, it just immediately saved that. And that's it, folks. Like, that's how you customize your deal stages. Is actually quite easy. And to create a new deal stage, a new pipeline, all you have to do is click on pipeline right here, and it'll create a new pipeline for you. Right? Again, you can create as many as you want. So that's it, folks. Like I said, it was going to be a very short video. It's actually quite easy to do. and we'll move on to the next video in our series. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.